everybody. Welcome to the Recruiting Mastery class. At the end of this class, the goal of this class is to be able to get you to at least get your first two in the next 72 hours, right? You should be able to get your first two in the next 72 hours just by following what we are going to be learning this evening. What I'll be sharing with you are not going to be in any form or in any order. Let me just mention that. So forget about the step 1, 2, 3. There can be rules to you, there can be steps, but the most important part is that you hit to whatever it is that I'm going to be sharing tonight, right? So let's go ahead and get started. So recruiting mastery, how to recruit your way to the top, right? So this is exactly how you can go about recruiting your way to the top. So I listed steps, and the very first step we have is number 1, talk to more people. Talk to more people. Okay, so what does it mean? Most times, one of the major loopholes that people really have, or one of the major causes of frustration in this industry, is the fact that people talk to few people. Let me give an example. So Mr. John signs up for a company called Dynamo, right? Mr. John signs up for Dynamo, and in his mind, when they were presenting during the session, the only thing on his mind was how he would go and talk to his spiritual father, that reverend, who he knows is very good with business. He also probably, since his health and wellness, he also just have the idea, he's going to talk to Dr. John. Dr. John is definitely going to say yes to this business, and then boom, the meeting is over. This man signs up and straight rushes. He didn't even stay for new members orientation. He rushes straight to go and meet up with Reverend and Mr. John. And guess what? Mr. John is like, oh, please, you know what? You see that thing that you bring to, who bring to? And out of his ignorance and naivety, he answers, yes, it is. And guess what? Mr. John was like, oh, please, I've done that thing. We did this business. In fact, in case you don't know, Mary Slessor was my first downline. She was able to bring Lord Lugard. And since then, man, I've done everything. That thing doesn't work, it's not for me. Do you understand? In fact, I even prefer people that will say it's not for me than to say it doesn't work. Has any of you met anybody like that? Please type in the chat box that said it doesn't work. Is it that online thing? It doesn't work. Some people will say it's not for me. I respect those people. But some will say it doesn't work at all. Is it that thing of bringing? I beg you, leave them. Please, ladies and gentlemen, those kind of people are called cynical people. What do you want to do? You want to avoid them. Yeah, some will say it's a scam. And guess what? Do you know my problem with those people? Ask them today. Ask them, which one did they do? They will say MMM. Okay, which one again? Twinkers. Which one again? Give us forum. Auntie, what you did was Ponzi scheme. But the problem is they don't even want to know whether it's Ponzi scheme or not, because they're not interested in learning. The only thing they know is that they've tried it and it doesn't work. So for that reason, run. They will tell you to run. You understand? And the problem is that these same people are the same people that will later call you to ask for urgent 2K because their salary has finished. I don't know how they just get by achieving that kind of thing, but it's always like that. So what do? Avoid them. But instead, what's the antidote to that? Talk to more people. Guys, even if this is the only thing you take from this night, believe me, it's something massive for you. I know what I'm saying. If you want to inject yourself with the antidote of being frustrated in network marketing, learn to talk to more people. So by the time you talk to, let me tell you the secret. Instead of you to just talk to only doctor and pastor, and because they say no, you're frustrated, why don't you talk to banker, talk to hairdresser, talk to this and that, like talk to everybody you can think of. Let me tell you, it gets to a point that you'll even be like, they'll call you, they'll be able to call you and be like, that your business, I'm giving it a thought to. I don't think it's something I want to do. You'll be like, oh, I've told you already. They'll be like, what do you mean? You're like, oh, I didn't even know. I was even thinking of telling you. I didn't know that I've told you already. So many people, like the way people are coming into this business. So me, you really don't want to do it. So before you notice it, you'll be like, wait, oh, this man not supposed to be worried that I said I want to. What's wrong? Like, they'll even come and be like, when you know what, let me watch the video again. I'll get back to you. You understand? I've seen it. I'm telling you guys that I've seen this thing happen. I'm telling you, I've seen it happen with me. I've seen it happen several times where they call to be like, wait to handle your business, you know, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, wait, which business? They'll be like, Dynamo now. Oh, I told you about it. You're really lucky. God, this is my mouth. You're really lucky. So I've told you. I didn't even, like, I'm serious. I even forgot that I've told you. And it's not like I'm pretending. I'm telling you. How is this possible? It's when you talk to more people. Believe me, instead of it getting to you and it's them that it will affect when they say no to you. Because you've spoken to so many people. And there's no how you tell me that you talk to, let's say, 100 persons today. And then none of them will say no. You know what? It's possible, but this is what I always ask people, especially those who dreadly avoid network marketing. My question to them is, were you a 419er before? This one that you're so afraid of bringing people. Were you a 419er? Did you scam people? Because if you didn't scam people before, why are you so afraid of bringing people to something you believe will help them? Do you understand? So honestly, me, I feel it's even something you should be excited about. And I want to also help you in these businesses. When you learn to make it an art, not a science, an art, not a work. When it becomes like a hobby to you, not a work. Now, when I say hobby, I mean it's something you do out of joy without anybody calling to remind you, hey, how far have you spoken to me today? When it's that, then it means it's just a hobby to you. But you need to make it something that you love. Like you make it in the sense, in a hobby, in the sense that it's something you enjoy doing, even without being told. Someone like Mommy George, believe me, she needs to be told to keep quiet, not to talk about her business. So, because I can tell you that she's already at this place that out of the excitement she has of this business, she can't even keep quiet. Do you understand? So there's this point you get to that you cannot even, they cannot even shop to you up because you can be like, this man is suffering. He needs to hear of my business. Come and hear of a business that can help you buy the stuff. You're talking about buying food. Do you understand? Than being in this place where you have to sit and think, should I talk about my business? If you're at that point, believe me, you're just in the beginning. What I would advise to you to do is keep talking. Keep talking. You get to that point where I'm telling you, you even know you will need people to stop you from talking about your business. You'll be like, you can never spend 10 minutes without talking about your business. You're like, it's the excitement. Have you ever bought me a car before? No. My business has bought me a car. So why wouldn't I talk about it? If it's you, will you keep quiet? If your business bought you a house, will you keep quiet? Of course, the answer is no. So please excuse me and let me talk about my business. So that's the first secret. Learn to talk to more people, right? Now let's go to the second secret. So far, is somebody understanding this thing? Let me see in the chat box. I said it's going to be a very interactive session. Let me see in the chat box. Am I too fast? Is somebody learning? Let me see in the chat box if someone is learning tonight. I would like to see you. Please, let's comment in the chat box. Let's engage. Remember, I told you guys that it's going to be an interactive session. Okay. All right. Great. All right. Let's see. Let's go. All right. Thank you. All right. So the next one is say less to more people. So again, the first one was talk to more people. The second one is say less to more people. Say less to more people. What does it mean? Now, like I said, you are new to the business and you want to go and talk to Pastor John about your business. You can't wait to talk to him. What do you actually say? What do you actually say? Now, I hope some of us are having our notebooks. Let me give you something simple I may say. Now, depending on who, right? This is something that I don't see people teaching a lot, but you guys are lucky to be on this session tonight. This is what I will personally say, depending on who it is that I'm talking to. Now, if you're someone I know, and I know that this person, let me give you a secret. Please, sorry, I know we may have some professionals here, but please, it's just your way. Come and beat me in my house. Professionals, most times, they know too much that is interfering with their flexibility in life. Do you understand what I'm saying? They know too much. For example, a banker, let me not use this banker. A lawyer, for example, this man has spent 7 years in school from different hostels to the other. You don't expect him to be so receptive to information. There are only few of them. Do you understand? Many of them are naturally skeptical. In fact, like this, their profession alone, it makes them skeptical naturally. True or false? Please let me see in the chat box. The second people are doctors. Ladies and gentlemen, You cannot talk to a doctor about a health and wellness program except that person is already enrolled in personal development. Many of them know everything. So what do you do instead? Here's the secret, guys. I'll be like, doctor, there is this new product that these people are bringing. Is somebody learning? There's this product these people are bringing. I know that, you're the expert in this. For me, I don't know anything about this thing, but I will need your expertise, okay, doctor. Just come and help me dissect. Let's catch these people. Do you understand? That's how I'm telling you guys from my own. I'm not saying necessarily use it, but this is what I've used and I've seen it happen. It might not be this dramatic, but you know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? A professional, the engineer, they all behave the same way because these guys, school don't enter their head too much. They're not open to learning new things like that too. I'm telling you guys now. The books they've read are scholastic books. You hardly find them reading any book on finance or all that. That's one. Even accountants too. I can be like, there's this new business that they said can help people make regular income. I know you have more expertise in this, and I really respect the fact that this is your profession. I know you know more about it. If you don't mind, I would really like you to help me dissect it by allowing me to send you a video. I would really appreciate it. It would mean a lot for me if you can just check it out and let me know what you think or what you can actually be able to say about it. Do you understand? Simple. Did I say much? Now, because here's the problem. When you come as the expert and you want to talk to a doctor about phytonutrient sentences, you guys will have a problem. Why? Because you finish, you call you. You mean CK lactic A. You guys will not have a conversation. I'm telling you. So, but if you are like, okay, Baba, if you know all this, but this, they'll pump your head. That's what you want to do to them. Most of these people have ego. You understand? So when you're able to rub their egos before making your request, they will sometimes out of just no, you're right. They will not even want to tell you no. So this has happened to me. Believe me, this is what I use. I know it works. So again, say less to more people. So instead of just talking to only doctor and pastor, why don't you concentrate on more people instead? Why don't you concentrate on more people? Instead of just talking to the two of them, share it to more people. And believe me, say less. Instead of saying less, and instead of saying more to people, then say less, but reach out to more people. And if possible, document it. This is how I do. So if I reach out to doctor and doctor says, okay, I'll get back to you on Tuesday, I write it down. Doctor, this on Tuesday by 3 p.m. You understand? Whatever he says, I have a place for comment and I write it down. That's how I go. All right. So are we still learning? Is somebody learning? Let me see in the chat box. Please remember this is an interactive session. Let me see in the chat box. Is somebody learning tonight? Is someone learning tonight? All right. Thank you so much. G baby, I can see you're very active. Thank you. You may get the giveaway from me tonight. Don't worry. You may get the giveaway from me tonight. All right. So let's go, everybody. So the third one is work on your posture. Now, in simple terms, what is posture? Does anybody know what posture means in network marketing? Please, if you do, just feel free. You can raise your hand or you can type in the chat box. Who knows what posture means? G baby, please reach out to me after the class. I will give you something I know you will need or you would like, right? Just reach out to me after the class, okay? So, anybody knows what posture means in network marketing? There's a very powerful thing called posture in network marketing. Anybody knows? Posture is the way you appear and behave when you're talking. Correct. We have professionals here. Your confidence, amazing. Someone said your confidence, amazing. These are both correct, right? These are both correct. For the context of this, we're going to pick a very layman explanation of what posture means, and then I will let you guys know. Okay. So posture. Let's pick this for the context of this training. Posture is simply, like they said, is simply I want to say a kind of mix up of your, like they said, the appearance, your behavior. Or let's make it as simple as possible. Okay, your best posture is to move around while talking. Okay, no, it depends though. It depends, believe me. It depends, right? That's correct as well. It's one of it. It can also be one of it. But in simple terms, posture is simply caring whether or not they join. Boom. That's what posture means. Posture simply means the ability of you not caring whether they join or not. If there is any skill you should learn as the number one skill to learn in this business, right, is the skill of posture. Ladies and gentlemen, believe me, it's posture. And let me tell you the truth. You cannot have posture if you don't know the power of what you have. So again, confidence breeds posture. You cannot have posture if you do not know the power of what you have. Yes, this is actually for registered members. This is for registered members. Right? This is for registered members. It's not for prospects. Right? Okay. So I don't know if anybody agrees with what I just said. Posture is the ability for you not to care whether they sign up or not. Now let me tell you what it does. It frees you from being attached to the outcome, because whether you like it or not everybody will say yes to you. Now there is a way that if you allow it get out there, will you join my business? No, maybe they came to you. Let me do a little drama for you guys. Like, I'm like, hello, have you heard about my business? Yeah, oh my God, you're among the first people. Consumer is bringing the business. It's so massive. You bring 20 business. Oh my God, you'll be poor in life. Then they'll be like, wait, is the meaning of being two or two? Two will bring two. You say, yes. I beg you. Then you're just like, so you mean you will not join? Okay, please join because of me now. Auntie Joy is inside though. Will you join because of her? Okay, but Pastor is inside though. Pastor has registered. Will you join? You mean you not join? Okay, good night. Bye. Then guess what? Let me tell you how crazy networkers can be. Some will block you. Some will block you, some will not greet you again. Ladies and gentlemen, until you snap out of that rubbish state, you go hear them. I'm just telling you guys. You guys will hear it. You will hear it. Let me sing a song for you guys. Please don't mind me. I hope is somebody enjoying this class tonight. Please let me know if I'm too on serious, so that I'll just go and wear tie now. I'll go and wear. But I'm serious. This drama I acted for you is the reality. Some will even say, okay, please now, please, like once you get into that beggy, my sister, my brother, you are gone. You are done. Why? Because they feel like they are doing you a favor. Let me ask you, see what I always ask. If you find a gold mine, and you pick your shovel, you scratch it, and you were sure that it's a gold mine, you cut out tiny and you show a professional blacksmith, and he confirms to you that this is gold. But guess what? The only thing you need now is to get more shovels and maybe 2 or 3 people that will be interested in mining this gold, and you are sure that you guys will be rich. Ladies, will you go and beg anybody? Will you beg that person to please bring a shovel, let you go and be rich? Will you beg that person? That's one. Example number one. Second one is, how many of you go to a consultant, like I'm talking about real consultant doctors, right? These medical practitioners, like the eye, the ophthalmologist, sometimes the dentist. And then you know that you have to book them. You cannot just wake up one day and say you're going to dentist. You must book. Maybe, especially like the gynecologist. Yes, let me even use gynecologist. Most gynecologists that I know, you have to go to a specific hospital. If you miss them being in this hospital, you have to go to another one. True or false? How many of you, after missing their appointment, how many of them have called you to beg? Auntie, we noticed you didn't come on Tuesday. Please come on Wednesday now. Please come on Wednesday. I swear I'll be around. Please, I swear to God, I'll be available. How many of you would even take that doctor seriously? Please be honest. Let me see in the chat box. How many of you would take that doctor seriously? Doctor that is calling to beg you to come for appointment. Please, how many of you will actually take that doctor seriously? I'm waiting, no. How many? Good. A guy now calling you to ask you, please come for. How about even you start thinking is you will check the hospital name. Is it really a hospital registered for or one Yahoo center? So really, I'm telling you, posture is what makes the difference. Top earners don't even bother. Like when they say you, let me tell you what I tell people. I say, when you're sharing the business with somebody, look at the mindset to have. Share it to them with the mindset of, see, auntie, I'm telling you so that tomorrow, if you see me driving that car, you not say I didn't tell you. It's not because I don't really care how much, whether you join or not. But the reason why I'm sharing this with you is so that tomorrow you won't say I discovered something and I kept it for you. Especially because we're having a little quarrel. Don't think it's because of that I'm keeping something from you. I'm telling you so that you decide. There are more than 200 people in Nigeria that I can talk to about this business. I cannot even reach even 1% of them. But I'm just telling you so that you know that I still have you in mind, though, auntie. But I don't really care whether you join or not. But if you join, it's fine, right? I would really love for us to work together, because I know that if it's this particular business I'm telling you about, I'm going to work it out. It must work out. The minimum I'm projecting in this business is a month is 1 million naira a month in the next 6 months. And I'll get there. You understand? But the issue is that that's not how we do it most times. How do we do? I just demonstrated for us. We call them, we beg them. Please, once you start including please and the rest, you turn the table. It now looks like they are the ones doing you a favor. And guess what? People don't like that, right? Let's do a quick recap. The first one we said was talk to more people, right? And then second one we said say less to the more people, right? The third one is work on your posture. They said work on, they didn't say do it. It's something you work on, because in the beginning your posture might be low. It's natural, especially if you're just started, but you're just getting started. But as you keep going, please always be working on your posture, right? And believe me, with time, when you come and compare yourself to the first time you started, you will see the difference, okay? So the third one is follow up. Follow up. This is one big mistake that a lot of people do. So when people tell you no, sometimes what it means is next opportunity, right? Sometimes it means not now, right? Sometimes you don't know who just spoke something to the person and the person is not in the right frame of mind. But most times, a lot of people just talk to people and they want them to just say yes at the spot. Let me ask you, how many of you just turned on your TV for the first time, saw an advert of a noodles, and immediately, just by seeing that advert, you just go straight to go and buy the noodle, and you start buying and you start eating or preparing for your children? How many of you? Please type in the chat box. How many of you? I'd really like to see it. How many of us do that? Because for me, I don't do it. I don't do that. I don't do it. It's very rare for you to find someone that just from first exposure, he will just say yes and pay money instantly. Yes, I didn't say it doesn't happen, but especially if you are getting started, if the business is new, please allow people to, don't take what they say to heart. That's also part of posture. Please do not take what people say to heart. Sometimes when they say no, I'm not interested, they don't mean I hate you, I don't like you, I'm not going to work with you. Because that's the interpretation we always take sometimes. When somebody says no to your business, it's the business they are saying no to. They are not saying no to you as a person. So please, don't be offended. Don't take things to heart. Don't go and recruit other people's enemies because they said no to your business. You will only be harming your business. Please don't do that. Don't do that. When you expose somebody to your business, don't assume they have the money to say yes. Don't assume they have enough information to say yes immediately. Just assume. In fact, let me tell you the secret. Once you tell your business to somebody the first time, assume they will say no. Do you get? Now, I'm not saying pray for them to say no, but I just assume they will say no. When they say no, you can really, hey, I don't think you understand this thing. You know what? Let's meet again on Tuesday. Let me just share. I think I forgot a part. I would like to tell you more about it. Or can I call you back on Wednesday? Look, I understand. I respect the fact that you said no to this business. But you know what? Can I just call you after 3 weeks of doing this business just to show you my result? Who knows? Maybe I may actually remember to tell you something I forgot to tell you right now. Do you mind? Like to strike these deals with them. Yes, I discover you said, I respect the fact that you said no to my business right now. But is it okay for me to probably just get a few contacts of people, because I know you're connected? Can I get a few contacts of people from you that may be willing to do this business, right? So by the time you do this thing, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see magic. You'll be like, this person been telling me say they're interested. I've seen people who said they don't know how to talk to anybody, they don't have anybody. Today, they're the ones competing to rank. I'm telling you, it has happened. So don't just take to heart what people tell you. Don't take to heart what people tell you. Know that what they are saying now can change, right? It can change. And then know that people actually are in different time frames and are going through different things at different times. So learn to have patience. Follow up with people. When someone says, okay, call me back on Tuesday or do this on Tuesday, please do so. Don't be like many people that will not, and instead they will get pissed off that they said they didn't join again when they told them to join, right? So follow up. It's very important, because most of the sales, in fact, there's a saying that says the fortune is in the follow-up. Have you ever heard of that before? The fortune is in the follow-up. So let me tell you, if you don't follow up, just know that you've been losing out. you've been losing out naturally. It's very natural for you to know that you've been losing out. Okay, so the first is to follow up. Please follow up with whoever it is that you expose your business to. Let's go to the next point, training of new rep. Now, when I say training of new rep, I don't mean you don't need to be an expert in the business before you train new rep. Training new rep can be simply sending them the product video and maybe a compliant video, right? Now, it's imperative that you let them know that this is how you do, because they don't know anything about the business, right? This is one of the leading causes of many people getting stuck in this business, and many people just not making any money, because when they get started, the whole place is just quiet. It's like they're on their own. Please just have a video. It might not even be from your company video. It might not even be about the product. It might not be about anything, but learn to engage your new reps within the first few hours they join. It could be sending them a video that will kind of educate them. Okay, now you started this business. This is how to do it. This is how. If the company prepares for you, fine, it's very good. Send it to them. Let them watch it. Let me tell you, there is power when people watch someone else tell them something than you who they know. I don't know how that happens, but I'm just telling you. And it doesn't matter whether it's somebody on TV or somebody on YouTube. There is more power when they hear it from somebody telling them, okay, now you started your business, no rest. You need to talk to 20 people. They will take it more seriously than you telling them. Has anybody realized that? My leaders, has anybody realized that? I don't know if I'm the only person. Has anybody realized this and I'm saying? That people will want to listen to an outsider talking to them about how to go about this business than you. Honestly, it's very true, because I've noticed it. So when they see Eric Worre telling them, the first person you will talk to will tell you no. They will not get offended again. Do you understand? So please have something you always have handy to teach people what the first steps they need to do. If possible, how to sell their products within the first 24 hours. Let me tell you, if you're able to achieve this, now this is up to you, this is left to you. If you're able to achieve this, you've secured those people for the next 2 weeks. Do you understand? I'm giving you guys a secret. If you're able to help them make money again within the first 2 weeks again, you've kept them for another 1 month. If you're able to help them make money within that 1 month, you've kept them for 3 months. I'm telling you guys a secret now. This is why personal development is the backbone of this business. The more you're able to get people interested in personal development, the more you have them staying long term. And when I say get them interested in personal development, I don't mean sending them 48 laws of power to read. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't say I'm the one that told you to do that. Don't go and send them 48 laws of power. If you have something simple, for example, I have this, I think it's one of the things I'm considering giving out, GoPro audio book. You can send it to them. When they hear Eric Worre teaching them how to invite, give them, let it be like a routine. Guys, I'm giving you guys a secret. Give them an audio book, for example. Like, for example, I have 21 business of the 21st century. When they listen to it within their first 24 hours, it presets their mind to know that, wow, this is what I should be doing. They will expect the failure. They will expect the objections. They will expect, because if you don't tell them there will be objections, if you don't give them something to let them know there will be objections, and they go and encounter it, they will feel like their own case is different. And if you feel like their own case is different, that's when you hear them concluding that this thing is not for them. And when they are at that state, believe me, it's harder to help them. It's harder to help them. So that is why the first initial stages of your new reps coming into this business are very, very important. They are very important. So please, all right. So let's go to the next point. But by the way, is there somebody learning? Are we still learning? Am I getting boring? Let's go to the next point. Use the product. Use the product. Again, this has a vast effect on your confidence level. Then your confidence level has a vast effect on your posture. So imagine you being in a company and you don't even order. You don't even know the taste of the product. You are selling product. This product is putting money in your table, but you've never tasted it. Is it fair? Does it make sense that your company is into skincare products? You have a skin, not like you don't have a skin. You have a skin, but you've never used the skin product. They have products for, let's even say, that will help you with migraine. You have migraine, but you're not using it. And yet, you are expecting someone else to use the product. Not even use it, but to pay money to use the product. Is it fair? It's not fair. So please, be a product of the product. Be a product. Use your company's product. Whatever the product must be, use your company's product. It's very important. And let me tell you, whether I like it or not, it has a way of impacting you It has a way of impacting you. People naturally know when you're sharing out of experience. People know when you're sharing out of passion than when you're just sharing because you need to make that fast start bonus. Believe me, people are wiser these days. People know it. Does somebody agree with me? People know when you're sharing because of commission or whether you really want them to stay long time and make money. Believe me. All right? So let us know that this is something we really need to put into consideration. Okay? So I think this is quite straightforward. Using the product is very, very interesting. All right? So let's go to the next point. The next one is make the phone your friend. Make the phone your friend. Please, let me tell you guys, when I started there with my first company, then Trevo, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you guys that when I pick the phone, 200,000 reasons of why I should not call them will just appear on my head. One, I'll be like, hey, maybe they're inside church. I'll call and their phone will ring, they'll just block me. Can you imagine? Well, I'll be like, maybe he's in the bathroom. Let me wait small. Or I'll be like, maybe he's at the workplace. So many reasons. And at the end of the day, you'll not call. And if you don't call, you'll keep delaying and procrastinating. Procrastination will come in, and that's how you lose this. But instead, what happens? Especially for your follow-up, use the phone, make the phone your friend. Pick up the phone and dial. When anybody comes to your mind, pick up the phone and dial. Let me give you guys the power to get away from all those things. When you call them, the first thing you should ask is this the right time? Do you have 3 minutes to talk about something very brief? It's way better than just procrastinating. Now, since I realized this thing, right now, no matter what the time is, and I remember something or someone I'm supposed to call, of course, within the normal time, don't go and call somebody by 12 a.m. saying you want to tell them about it. My hand no deal. You'll strictly be on your own. Your case will be Oyo. In fact, you need to move to Ibadan or your state because that's your state. You understand? But please don't do that. On a normal time, pick up your phone and dial people. And when they pick, the first thing I like to say, like I just shared, is this a good time? Or can you spare 3 minutes to talk about something, about a business I would like to share with you? It's as if, what can they say? Okay, you know what? I'm just on my way home. I'll flash you or I'll call you back and we can talk. Is that fine? Fine. And that's it. But when you leave your mind, and your mind will carry you where you don't know. It will tell you, is it now? You want to call pastor? Do you know whether he's on? Come on, better leave that man. Before you notice it's 2 months, you've not spoken to him. Then by the time you finally end up calling him, he'll tell you, if only you called yesterday. I just signed up. And then that is when your eyes will open. You'll be like, oh my God. You understand? So please make the phone your friend. Follow up is best done with phone. If you cannot meet the person physically, use your phone to follow up with people. You understand? So please make the phone your friend. All right? Are we still learning? Is somebody learning tonight? Is someone learning tonight? Let me see value in the chat box, or let me see some fire emoji in the chat box. Let me see some value in the chat box to know that, oh wow, what I'm doing tonight is making sense. Let me see some value in the chat box. Yeah, okay, great. All right, so let me go. Let's go. So the next point we have is never miss events. Now, when I say events, this is your company events. This includes product launches. This includes new office setup. This includes end of the year events. This includes car award events. Whatever event, do not miss it. Why? This is another best way of building your posture. By the time you hear somebody get on stage and share with you that same excuse you've been having. In fact, there is this top leader I follow in network marketing. His name is Ray Higdon. You can follow him. He said there was a time that he was so into his excuses that he attended an event, and then he watched them call somebody on stage, and this guy walked up to stage. When he walked up to the stage, guess what? He just saw the guy collecting the stage, and he was like, "What is going on?" It was after the guy walked back and reached his seat that he discovered that this guy was blind. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy became a top earner in that company being blind. So imagine what he did to his excuses, ladies and gentlemen. Like, what is your excuse? Sure, you have kids now. Sure, they are viruses. I've heard people say, oh, if not for the kids, that the kids are viruses. You know, there are these viruses that don't allow them to make money. What are your excuses? Is it the kids? Some will say, oh, when it is rainy, I will do better. Some will say, oh, the sun is too much, let the sun finish. Oh, may when they bring back subsidy. Some will say, oh, maybe when I move to my house, let me finish the house building. Oh, let dollar drop. So many excuses, I'm telling you, people know how to invent excuses. So whatever your excuses, please learn to go to events. It will debunk, it will pieces your excuse, whatever it is, believe me, and your life will not be the same. Events will have a way of entering your mind, that it will blow out, that it will enter the mind, remove that excuse from the root and throw it away. You will even be ashamed of using it again, believe me. Imagine seeing a deaf and dumb person. Imagine seeing somebody with rugged English, somebody who cannot even speak, collecting a car, and you are there telling people you don't know how to communicate. It's too hard, the presentation is too difficult, you don't know how to present complaint. How did the person who is blind or deaf and dumb be able, how was he able to collect a car and you're there giving yourself excuses? Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes I say, now waiting they chase you in the drive for, maybe he's also working, he's trekking. By the time he puts gear and enter 180, those excuses will fizzle away. So what are your excuses tonight? Please come to the event. You'll see what will happen. All right, I think this should be the last one, is have a DMO. Now, I know somebody may want to ask, what is DMO? If nobody asks, I'm not going to say it. What is a DMO? Can somebody type, maybe in case you know, please type it in the chat box. What is DMO? What is DMO? I would like to know if anybody knows what DMO means. What is DMO? I'm waiting. Anybody knows what DMO means? Awesome. Somebody knows what DMO means. DMO means daily method of operation. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is your daily mode of operation? What is your daily mode of operation? Now, it can be talking to 3 people daily. Now, you need to enforce your DMO in such a way that no day should pass without you doing what that DMO states. If it's talking to 2 people a day, let a day not pass without you talking to 2 people in a day. If it's selling at least 1 product, again, okay, I don't really like people setting their DMOs based on results. It's good to set it based on activities. Do you understand? So if it's talking to 10 people, do your best and talk to 10 people. Why? You know why I say you don't set it based on results? Because you don't control who will say yes and who will say no. Do you understand? So instead of saying, I must sell 10 packs today, just say, I must talk to 100 persons today, and make sure you enforce it and you stick to it. You keep doing it. Some days may be better, some days may be like, not so cool. But what do? Keep going. And let me tell you guys, he who learns how to maintain his energy, regardless of the outcome of the process is going through, will always win. Believe me. If he who learns how to maintain his energy, like whether it's only 1 person that shows up, you are still excited. Whether you couldn't sign up any rep last month, you are still excited. So I hope you got value. I hope this is something we're going to be executing and we'll be able to see some good results. Thank you everybody for joining.